fish that I was recording, trying to record, it all disappeared. No, it's gone in there. It's behind that rock. I'll come back to him. Here he is.
Butterflies everywhere. Should be looking at it. Oh wow.
What? The butterfly?
Yeah. Red and black.
You done right there? Oh, it's...
I see a lot of red on that one. Purple.
Oh, it's a big blue one. Hang on.
800 different butterflies.
Oh, it's just gone down there. You might
He
not.
lived for 2 weeks.
Did they?
Oh wow.
Yeah, but when he opens his wing, he's blue,
Oh yeah.
but he's not taken off. We'll see some more.
800 different butterflies, 70 species. $17 each, and he lived for 2 weeks.
These little monarchs. Oh no, they're not even monarchs, those. They're
No,
different.
glad it'd be related to them, but they're different.
Banana trees. Look at this. Look at this.
It's going to grow the other way out.
Look at this. Bright green.
That's not a butterfly. Bird.
These are birds. See if I can zoom in on them. Butterfly wings sitting there.
Still bananas growing, yeah?
Yeah.
I always thought they would have grown the other way.
Yeah.
Very hung down.
Yes. Opposite, eh? Yeah, beautiful big feature. Much as I love butterflies, it's so hot in here. Oh! Yeah, you're not going to be. Oh, it flew off. It's looks like an American locust. It's weird. You see all sorts in here. Oh, there's a butterfly down here.
You don't need to do that. Two of these gone. That one's flying around yesterday.
Oh, he's taken off now, but
Yep.
that's not what you saw before. It's a different. Oh, little blue one. The little blue one. It took off. Oh, right, everywhere. Oh, they got little quails.
Yeah.
We own some of those.
I saw something moving under the leaves.
Oh yes. Yeah. That's the colour we had. The little grey one. We had two of them. One was called Pringle. I can't remember the other name. Oh. There's one. There's two. There's three. It's not opening as well, you're right. It almost looks like a pale monarch. Yeah, I've got that one. That's the first one I saw. This one in here. Dragon, Komodo dragon. There's a little quail nesting down there. Oh, there's a little I think that's a pincher, I don't know. No, yeah, pincher, maybe.
The orange on the top of the thing.
Yeah, over there. Oh, I see them now. Now that you pointed it out to me.
Goldfish down here.
Hmm? Oh, there's one over there.
Stay around here and looking at the water. No big fucker.
Whoa, he's a big daddy.
Water troll.
Look at that big fishy. It's moving slowly. It might come out over here. I thought he might come out over here. There he is. Oh, he blew right by me. He's flying around in here.
the one landing on my head.
No.
I keep feeling something there.
It could have been. They take off so quickly you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I like the pressure. So you take off again.
Yeah, I know. He was over the back there and I've got some video of him. He's gorgeous. They're big, aren't they?
Down and you can have a look.
Oh my God.
Go back a little bit. Shuffle back, shuffle back.
Because there's a big spider than you ever seen, baby.
Back a little bit, please. So this here is Trini, and she's a Chilean rose here tarantula.
This gun is very good.
Oh my God, that's so
Look at
awesome.
that, he's running.
So this is one of two species of tarantula we've got here. We've got the Chilean rose and we've also got the Costa Rican zebra tarantula. The Chilean rose are quite gentle, very placid. That's why we get them out like this for the most close encounter. Quite often these are one of the most common ones that people will overseas have as pets because of their nature. They're very unlikely to bite you. None of us have ever been bitten. Apparently their bite was like getting stung by a bee. So it would be quite painful, but they're not venomous or anything like that. So they're not going to be able to kill you or anything like that from a bite. Only thing is, I think sometimes I think it's similar to a bee. People can be allergic to bees with these things. So.
Oh, look at this one. I like when they do that, they open their wings up and down. But some of them, when they sit there with their wings closed like that one, it's annoying. Oh. This tree is called a hibiscus, and we had a very bright pink version at East Street. Oh, cool, I've got his wings. Oh, look. Right in front of you. There he is.
Long video.
Oh, he's moving.
Oh, look, he's looking at you, brother.
Yum.
He's looking at you again.
Yum, kids. Just a nice mouthful. Wow, that's huge, eh? The size of that.
Do they think that we're like ducks?
Gosh, look at the size of him. He's about twice the length of me. Scar. Yeah. That's probably why it's called Scar.
Because they're trying to make it like it killed someone.
Quite impressive, aren't they? Smallest I've ever seen is the ones that are in the zoo. These are bigger than the ones in the zoo.
Oh, there's something in his eye. Maybe it's a bit too bright for him. He might need his sunglasses. Oh my gosh. He's blinking at it. Oh, it's a bit glary.
Oh, he's got a scratch.
That's pretty decent.
Maybe down here. He's getting close to
Oh, he is coming close. He's probably got lunch.
Oh,
See?
Mum,
He'll be
now
watching them. He'll be watching them.
Mum, now they're going out.
I don't know, did I turn my back on a croc? Look, he's watching them. He's watching
I think he was on with them.
Right, good afternoon again, guys. My name is Jess, and this is Ryan, who will be feeding Scar today. So Scar is one of our 2 saltwater crocodiles here at Butterfly Creek. Both our saltwater crocodiles, Goldie and Scar, are approximately 50 years old. Although we don't know their exact age, they were both born in the wild in different parts of Northern Australia, but both of them became hazardous to humans because we encroached on their territory a little bit, and they started to become a nuisance. So they had to be put into crocodile farms in Northern Australia, and then from those crocodile farms they came here to Butterfly Creek. So we don't know their exact age, but we know based on their size and how big they were when they first arrived and that sort of thing, that they are approximately 50. Crocodiles can live to be 70 plus, they've got a pretty good lifespan, and they just grow continuously. So they might get a little bit bigger yet. So they might get a little bit bigger yet, which will be pretty impressive. They are quite big already. So what Ryan's offering Scar first today is just a rat. So we do change up the food that we give them, and Ryan's just asking Scar to do a little bit of work to get his food. So he's asking for a tail walk now. But everything that he's asking Scar to do is all natural behaviours. So it's all behaviours he would do in the wild in order to catch his prey. You missed a bit, Scar. All behaviours that he would complete in the wild to catch his prey. Nothing is taught or learned. They're all things he knew how to do already. But it's important that we don't just give him his food and let him sit in the same place and get his food all the time. He would become quite large and lazy if we let him do that, and he would definitely prefer that if he had that as an option. Reptiles, which is what crocodiles are quite lazy by nature. They don't produce their energy in necessarily the same way that we do. So we produce all of our energy from food that we eat. But crocodiles and reptiles get a lot of their energy from outside heat sources like the sun. So they have to spend a lot of time basking and lazing around, soaking in those rays. And they just get a smaller amount of energy from the food that they consume. This means that they can go a long time without eating. So we do only feed our crocodiles once every 2 days. Today is Scar's day and tomorrow will be Goldie's day, and then Scar will be again the next day. And we only offer them small morsels of food like that rat and this mackerel or a small piece of pork, things like that. He's not so keen on the mackerel. Because they do have quite small stomachs, and also if we fed them, if he took Ryan or me, he wouldn't need to eat for a year. So we only offer them small morsels of food and only once every 2 days. So crocodiles are pretty patient. They can hold their breath for up to an hour. And you can see that the way he's moving through the water now. You can see the ripples on the top only because Ryan's been splashing the mackerel around trying to get Scar's attention. But when he moves through the water, he doesn't really create any ripples or breaks in the water on the surface. Those scutes on his back, the kind of lumpy pattern you can see on his back there, they help him move through the water without breaking it. So he can silently sneak up on his prey or sit in the same spot near the water's edge for up to an hour waiting for his prey to come along, and then strike very suddenly with powerful tail muscles and hind legs and catch his prey. Crocodiles are masters of waiting for the opportune moment. So they have a strike zone. So our crocodiles don't chase us around the enclosure as such, and we have to watch their behaviours when we get up close to them. But as long as we're not in their strike zone and we're watching how they're behaving as we're up close, they don't chase us around the enclosure or anything like that. Having said that, they aren't our friends, and they would quite happily take us if they could. So we do have to watch their behaviour. We watch how their legs are positioned, what their focus is on, if it's on the food or if it's on us. And we have some training to do with their behaviour and that sort of thing before we're allowed to work in here with them. So Ryan was waving the fish around and stamping his foot on the side of the pond in order to get Scar's attention, because Scar is able to feel vibrations in the water incredibly well. So he has sensors on the underside of his jaw that allow him to feel vibrations on the water's edge. So the splashing of the fish in the water is really obvious to him, and then even Ryan walking around the side of the pool, he can feel. He can hear us and see us and sense us from underneath the water. So it's because he's so able to be patient and stay under the water for such long periods of time, it's really important that we keep our pools clean. So we do clean their pools every day, even though we only feed them once every 2 days. And that's just to make sure we can see what the crocodile is, and we can be watching their behaviour and that sort of thing while we're feeding them. So you can see in Scar's mouth there, he has lovely pointed teeth. He has approximately 66 pointed teeth in his mouth. He doesn't have any molars like we have in the back of our mouths for chewing. So he tends to swallow his food whole. So if Scar was to get something bigger than a fish or a rat, he would have to rip bits off and swallow them whole. And that's where their death rolls and that sort of thing come in. So we'll give up with the mackerel because Scar is not really willing to put the work in for it. So he's obviously not hungry enough for it. So instead we'll move on to cleaning his pool, which you're welcome to watch if you want to. So as I said, we clean their pools every day, and we put a little bit of chlorine in. We do use a recommended amount of chlorine though, and we test it throughout the day to make sure that the level stays below the recommended level for saltwater crocodiles. And this just helps us stop algae from taking over, and then we also scrub it afterwards. Yeah, so we'll do Scar and then we'll move through to Goldie's. As I was saying about his teeth before, just so I can finish that bit off, he has 66 of them, but he does lose them throughout his lifetime. So we are constantly finding teeth in the pool and that sort of thing. And he constantly regrows them. So he has a nice set of strong, sharp and sturdy teeth with which to catch his prey. And he has a very impressive jaw pressure. So saltwater crocodiles have a jaw pressure of 3,500 psi, which if you compare that to something like a great white shark or a lion, they have a jaw pressure of only 600 psi. So there's a massive difference. So if you can imagine that bite pressure coming down, there is no escape. Yeah, if while we're cleaning the pool you guys have any questions, feel free to yell them out and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you very much for your attention, and well done for keeping the volume down. You guys are really great. I hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Dinosaurs.
Behind the big tree.
Yep. It's a triceratops. These little fish.
Move, making noises and you can touch them.
Oh, he's getting his food out of there. Oh, that's cute. Oh.
Is it she your food?
Oh, what are their faces? Aren't they cute?
They don't want a whole heap of them. Interbreed. This is a female, you see that? And they really, look at them when they're out of the water. Yeah. Oh, getting a bit friendly.
Oh, really noisy, eh?
Yeah,
Do they squeak or what?
they squealed, yeah.
Yeah.
Painting, Auntie.
Oh, look at this one. Oh, look, fisticuffs. Very relaxing to watch them.
Going.
They'll be annoying each other going, no. It's fighting.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh, biting.
Go in. Go, look. What's that?
Might be just love bites.
Good baby.
I wonder what's in those containers.
It was all where the food was.
Oh. Or playing. Frolicking and playing. They're just so cute. It's very good of them to have that bit of shade, eh? So they can be in the water under the shade, not be so hot. There's lots of biting going on.
Big teeth on these, hey?
Yes. They have to. They got to imagine what, what they eat. They eat fish. Bone and all. Yes. Hey? I did eat something.
Oh, come on, look at the big flyer. Yeah. Flying. They're flying, Mum.
Okay, get out of there. Come here. Ashley, stop playing.
What's it doing?
Got something. That's the right size for snacking.
Only little, aren't they? There's a little fish in there too. You can see that?
As long as you're alive, you usually leave them alone.